guys. Okay, we got a question on our skin softening video. Someone's having a little bit of trouble with skin softening. They say when they do it, it's getting a little bit dark. It's darkening the image. So I'm going to show you just, it's got to be somewhere in your settings. So let's just go through the settings real quick to see if we can't figure out what's causing this for you. Okay, so when you go over here in your effects and you click on the skin softening, it's got to be somewhere in these sliders. Just try to make sure that your temperature and tint are set to 0, exposure is set to 0, contrast highlights is set to 0, clarity minus 100, saturation's at 0, sharpness 25 or so, should be about 25 by default. So, and then the last thing is make sure this color box right here is not checked with another color. Okay. So those are the settings that I start with on all of my photo shoots that I do. Brush. Like I said, I just use a size that's good for the image that I'm working on. Feather. It's the outside ring. I normally use this around 75%. My flow is usually between 80 to 90%. My auto mask is usually checked, and that's just if I can go in and fine detail it and see what I'm actually working on. And my density is usually at 90%. The other thing you can do, just go down here and click the reset button. Puts everything back to basically these settings. Okay. So that way, whenever you zoom into your picture, and then you go back here to click on your adjustment tool, you should be able to just go ahead and start softening the skin without changing or darkening your image. So first thing I would do is I would look at probably the exposure to make sure that you don't somehow have the exposure slider down a little bit. That would be my first guess. Or the contrast of some, or it could be any of these top 4. So if I pull my exposure down a little bit, I'll darken her skin. Or if I actually brighten it up, I'll lighten it too much. So I would start with the basics. Just go at the bottom of your adjustment panel and hit the reset button. Turn everything back to standard, which should work pretty well. So, let me know if this helps or not, but this is my guess. It's got to be something pretty simple. One of these is turned up, is my guess. You said you're in Lightroom version 4, which looks exactly like this one. So, make sure there's no color selected here, and we should be able to be right back into the area in which that we're working on. Make sure you're not clicking on the erase. So these are the basic settings, okay? So let me know if this helps. I would start that way. Hit the reset button, and then take an image, edit it real fast, and see if that doesn't fix the problem. Okay? Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.